What's going on, Stud Squad? It is me, Logan, and today we are going to be talking about another LEGO Star Wars set that was cancelled. So, back in 2014, LEGO released this dictionary-style book in 2014. It was basically an ultimate guide to LEGO Star Wars. Look, there it is right there. In this book, it featured many things. It featured all of the different Clone Wars stuff and all the different original trilogy sets, and it was just packed full of stuff. It had every minifigure ever made for LEGO Star Wars. It's an absolutely amazing guide. Obviously, it's outdated by close to 7 years now, which is crazy because I got that book back in 2014. There's always been talk about this, but nobody ever did a full thing on what it's about, and I wanted to be that person to do that. And I actually found loads of old LEGO Star Wars set prototypes that look like they could have been made but never were. And that brings us to the topic for today's video, which is the cancelled UT-AT set. Now, what's weird about this is in the description for this set, I'll read it to you. It says, prototype model of the self-propelled heavy artillery or SPA walker, complete with clone troopers but never released as a set. Now, this opens quite a loophole, because the picture that is just showing is not a Spat Walker. The Spat Walker is this weird, giant, bulky thing. We see it, I believe, maybe twice in all of the Clone Wars and the movies. And the crazy thing about that thing has a huge laser on it. It looks almost like a Death Star laser, and that thing is huge. This is not a Spat Walker. This is a UT-AT. Now, this could have been just someone who was writing the book, just got an error. That's completely possible, but I don't think so. And here's why. I think when the LEGO designers may have been talking to these people, because it says, obviously this is an interview, and I have it right here, they may have talked about one set, and they may have, shown a picture of another, because the writer, I assume, doesn't know everything about LEGO Star Wars, like, I'm sure you and I. And when he looks at these two things, I'm sure they're not really that different, and especially because of another page in this book. There is another page in this book, and you could look for this in the book. And I'll let you guys do some sleuth searching for anyone who has this. But there's another page in this book that talks specifically about the UT-AT. So they know there's a difference. We know, or at least the LEGO designers know there's a difference between the UT-AT and the Spat Walker. But anyway, now that we have that there, I wanted to get that out of the way. I want to discuss the UT-AT set itself, or what they're calling a Spat Walker. Now, this set looks pretty neat. It looks kind of like they took the legs off an AT-TE, but that's the general design of this type of a ship. And I just think it's quite interesting that this could have been a set, and there could have been, these both could have been sets. Now, obviously, all the clones in here are the heavy gunners. I think that's just because they had those on hand, and when they were in the studio for this place, for this interview, I assume that these were the figures they had on it, and this was the best angle they could take. But overall, I think it's just a neat build. I really like it. I could see all the little details. There's the gun turrets at the top. It kind of looks like a conglomeration of the AT-TE, the UT-AT, the Republic gunship with the MTT, or the UT-AT, as well as a conglomeration of a bit of the AT-TE turret. So it looks like they just kind of put this stuff together and like, okay, well, we can make this a set. This book came out back in 2014, and it doesn't say exactly when they were designing this. So my best guess would probably be around the 2010 to 11 area, because that's when this type of set was coming out. They started changing up the way they made LEGO Star Wars sets back in 2013 and 14 to make them more structurally sound, and this still feels like one of the more bulky, roomy, bigger ones. And my prediction with this set is that this set was going to be some sort of thing surrounding the Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith scene, because this build has mainly, or this ship has mainly been featured in that scene, where basically we just saw Ki-Adi-Mundi going to fight, and then all the Galactic Marines, pew pew, they shoot him, and then, the ship got blown up, or the walker, whatever you're calling this, got blown up, and that's the only really time we prominently saw this type of vehicle. I think what LEGO was planning on doing was doing a Galactic Marine set with Galactic Marines, as well as possibly, Ki-Adi-Mundi and Commander Bacara. Compared to past them, I know a lot of people are like, oh, they'd never do a Commander Bacara, and I don't agree with that. I think that they would, especially because with the First Order Snowtroopers, we see a very similar design. I even personally have used them as a Commander Bacara type design, and I know a lot of other people have as well. I think we would have probably gotten a Commander Bacara, a Ki-Adi-Mundi, and maybe 2 or 3 Galactic Marines in this set. Maybe it would go for, I'd say, looking at it right now, probably close to like $70 to $80 just based on how pricing went back in the early 2000s. The thing we know for sure is that this set was canceled, and I'm not sure what happened or what the deal is with the SFAT. Maybe we'll talk about that at a later date if we get an answer on that. But I wanted to bring it up to everyone's attention. With that said, I hope you guys all enjoyed. Please remember to subscribe, hit the bell, press the join button. We have new membership features, and I will see you all in the next one. Remember to peace out and stay awesome.